Yeah, I feel a little horny for this first episode.
Yeah. If the panda does not show up within the next 3 episodes, I'm gonna be like, when is this panda coming?
I'm losing my mind already. Like Bleach mega fan, basically. I'm like
the lights just flickered. Bleach mega fan.
There's the joke of the guy skates so hard he comes.
The guy, but that happens in so many animes. It's like, what up?
What up?
This is Opie.
This is Damian.
Welcome to the Filler Non-Canon podcast, episode 1.
Woo!
Are we showing a lot of excitement? We're trying to drum up excitement
for episode 1.
For episode 1, we just set up, so it took us like an hour and a half to set up for our first episode.
So we're always like a little sweaty,
a little tired, a little horny. No.
Yeah, I feel a little horny for this first episode.
Yeah. Feel a little horny.
as I put the giant water
we just
bottle,
both have huge erections right now. This is an anime podcast, and we're just going to talk about things about anime. And we hope you fucking like it. And if not, stop listening. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Do something better with your life. Don't listen to something you don't like.
Exactly.
You know?
How did you end up on a anime podcast by clicking on Filler Non-Canon? How did you
end up here?
How'd you end up
here? How did you get here? I know how I got here. A lot of mistakes in life. A lot of mistakes has led me to making a podcast about anime.
Right.
With one of my best friends. Me and Damian know each other through stand-up. We're stand-up comedians, and then we also really love anime. Like, that's one of the first things we started talking about when we met each other.
Yeah, one of the big bonding things, which is always hard to find.
Yeah, specifically in now times.
Yeah.
In now times, when everything's so divisive, anime brings people together.
I think it's really one of the few things that brings people together right now.
That is true. I think anime, hip-hop to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's about it right now.
Politics brings people together.
Everyone's
getting
together.
along.
Healthcare, everyone's on the same page.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it.
Yeah, we're just really excited to talk about anime. We've been fans of it for years. And like, fuck it, let's just talk about it. And if people listen, great. If people don't listen, then very sad. In the meantime, some great news coming down the pipeline about shows that are coming out. We heard that Doctor Strange is coming out in 2021, top of 2021.
Yeah.
I mean, not Doctor Strange. I said Doctor Strange. Doctor Stone.
Doctor Strange might be coming out in 21.
Doctor Strange is probably coming out 2022.
Well, nowadays.
Yeah. We never know.
Movies will never come out again.
If it's live action, it's over. Everything is animation.
Marvel's just like, I think we're going to make it anime.
Yeah.
The next phase of MCU is
just all anime. Doctor Stone's coming out 2021. Super excited to see that. I love season 1. It was so good.
Season's good. I'm like behind on it for no reason, but
it caught me off guard how good season 1 of Doctor Stone was.
Yeah,
it really did. Like when I've heard about it was going to be about science, I was like, I don't know, that sounds like pretty. But that's the thing about shonen anime is that it always finds a way to make it like battle centered in a way that like makes you compelled about it, and the characters are really good too.
Yeah, it's like what it kind of reminded me of is like this generation's like Dexter's Lab or something.
That's a really good way to look at it.
Yeah. It's like a bunch of kids who are like, oh, science is cool.
Yeah, it's like Dexter's Lab meets the Flintstones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then there's also some like, should old people live and die?
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like nowadays too, people are like, I don't know, maybe old people are ruining our lives.
Well, I think a lot of people have that sort of opinion. We're like, let the old ways die.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay.
You're like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like the main villain is like this really, really Bernie bro that went too far.
Dude, he's a Bernie bro. His first appearance, he knocks out a lion.
Yeah. You're like, okay.
You're like, whoa.
This guy's got some issues, but I want to see where this goes.
This guy's charismatic.
Yeah, and then he gets very, very, very survival of the fittest very quickly. And you're like, all right, I don't like this guy anymore. But super excited for that show to come out soon.
Yeah, 2021.
December, we got Attack on Titan coming down.
December 7th, baby.
December 7th. Very peculiar day to pick.
Yeah, there's no other Japanese invasion has ever happened on December 7th.
Like if spoiler alert for anime onlys, but like if you haven't read the manga, this whole arc that's happening, there's a lot of invasions.
Yeah.
So very fitting that on the same day of Pearl Harbor is when they're going to release this version of Attack on Titan.
And I'm pretty sure they come in on like blimps and planes.
Yes. And they're like dropping bombs. It's going to be pretty on theme.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then My Hero got announced recently that My Hero Academia will also be dropping in spring of 2021.
Spring 2021.
So it's like kind of coming back.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have their winter outfits.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
People were excited. They saw the trailer, looked good. Really excited. I think they're gonna be showing the group training arc between the two classes, Class 1A and Class 1B.
Yeah.
It's just really interesting that also news came out about My Hero that they're gonna make 10 movies.
Which is crazy.
It's just insane.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone's familiar with Dragon Ball Z, they've made like over 20 movies, and after like movie number 4, I'm like, you guys are scraping at the barrel. They're like, what if we had Cooler, but this time he's metal?
yeah, exactly. It's already like Frieza's brother's metal form.
Or it's like, okay, Broly worked. What if we brought him back, but he's like bio this time?
Broly.
Yeah.
And then they're also like, what if we just pretended we never introduced Broly and then introduce him again?
Yeah. It's like, okay, and this time he's canon.
Woo.
Well, and the crowd's like, and like the fan base is like, I will pay $30 to see that.
Yeah,
I will pay $30 to see that twice, which is what I did.
Yeah, me too.
I remember, I don't know if I ever told you this story, but when the Broly movie came out in theaters, I went to see it in San Francisco, and it was me and a room full of black dudes and a couple Asian kids, and the black dudes and I were going so crazy in the theater, the Asian kids left.
No.
The Asians were like, you know what? I'm not gonna see it.
It's just not worth it.
It's not worth it. Dude,
Yeah.
we were being very disrespectful, but we were like, yeah, we were like fucking yelling and screaming, and they were just like, oh, fuck this, and just got up and walked
but
out.
there's some movies nowadays, and this is maybe just like a movie theater thing, where you just go, it's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be wild, yeah.
Depending on what day you see it. Like any Marvel movie, any like. Even My Hero, I feel like when we saw the Heroes Rising.
Heroes Rising.
I feel like people were like kind of losing their shit a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like that way. I saw Battle of the Gods in theaters, and people were freaking out. I saw Return of Frieza in theaters, or Resurrection F in theaters, and people were freaking out about that. And I just was like, I mean, I felt bad for them because I was like, oh, they probably like really wanted to see this movie, but it's also like, yo, we want to enjoy the experience and like yell and scream and like, you know, like have a live action reaction video. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it should be. Should be enjoyed in theaters.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go see, you know, the King's Speech and people are like popping off, then you're like, all right, what's happening?
A friend of mine did see one movie, I think it was Thor Ragnarok, and this woman who was watching it the entire time would be like, that was funny. Why aren't you laughing, everybody? It's hilarious. And then somebody from the theater came to talk to her, and she was like, no. She just said no. So he had to enjoy Thor that way. She's like, no. I'm going to talk.
This is how I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm right.
Yeah.
People should be enjoying it more.
And you know what? Good more power to her. Ruining an experience for a theater full of people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, I'm a psycho. I like it when it's a little more quiet, but that's why I go see movies at like 9 a.m.
It depends on the movie
That's
for
why,
me.
Yeah.
Like, I saw Us in Crenshaw because I was like, oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Like, I want a hood theater. I want people to like scream and yell, like, because I used to see movies in the hood, and like certain movies you want that experience. And other movies are like, nah, I kind of want to like sit back and this is more cerebral, and I want to like think about what I'm seeing.
Right.
It just depends on the movie, I guess. But speaking of those movies, those My Hero movies, I'm like, how are they gonna think of 10 movies and without keeping it fresh? I just had some ideas. That I was gonna pitch you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what you think of these My Hero Academia movies.
I'm really excited. Is this like inside info from Bones?
Well,
from
listen,
Bones Studio?
If Bones wants to mess with me on these ideas, you know, I'm available. You know, I'm a Hollywood writer, not to brag, and I'd be open to collaborate, Horikoshi, if you want to hit me up and talk about some of these movies.
To work on some of these ideas.
Throw me a bag or two, or make a character after me, you know.
Oh,
you know,
that's payment. That's payment enough.
Dude, if Horikoshi wanted to make a character out of me, or a quirk where I just make everyone laugh. I think that is someone's quirk already. I think that's a teacher from that other school.
Oh, is
during the license exam.
Oh, I
forget
remember
her
one.
name, but she like.
She
was like bothering Ayazawa.
Yeah,
I think that's her quirk, is she makes people laugh.
But
you know, I'll take that. You know, I'll take that, or I don't know. I don't know what I want my quirk to be.
I don't know what I want
just to make people laugh.
man.
Jaywalk without the cops bothering me.
Jaywalk.
I've gotten bothered by jaywalking over the past few days. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on?
Really?
Yeah, like they're like, hey, stop jaywalking. I'm like, all right.
That's a weird thing.
Yeah, but I haven't gotten a ticket, so who knows?
Yeah.
Now, so here are a couple of ideas for my Hero Academia movies. So this first one is called My Hero Academia Never Been Saved. It's My Hero meets Never Been Kissed, and it starts Mineta.
Okay.
Basically, he goes on a student exchange program with a school in America, tries to reinvent himself, but it fails miserably. Eventually, he saves the day, but right before he's about to get his first kiss, he passes out due to all the blood leaving his head and his nose. What do you think? I think we got a hit.
I think that is a classic.
That's a classic.
That's a classic right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mineta, he's just... He's down on his luck.
Let's give our little pervy boy some love, Let's give him an opportunity to like get a kiss.
Yeah.
I don't want him to get a kiss. I think that once Mineta kisses somebody, he's gonna find out that love isn't real, and he should probably become an incel.
Yeah. His balls get less sticky after he kisses someone. He's like, oh, they were just they were all lubed up before.
I love the idea of his balls getting less sticky once he finds love.
Yeah.
He's like, I think I need to take a shower, and it's like, I need to smoke a cigarette. So it's like, there's another one, My Hero Academia Saturday School. It's basically My Hero Academia meets Breakfast Club. No action, just emotional moments from the high school archetypes. So it opens up with Aizawa instructing a group of kids who were in the hero course, but we haven't seen them before. They all come from different classes. There's a cheerleader from class 2A. Her name is Tease. Her quirk is leading people on, thinking they have a shot with her. She's in detention because people found out that she's just using them to complete her homework assignments. There's a kid from the business course who set up a donation fund for the victims of the Camino incident, but he kept all the funds. His name is Grifter. We found out the entire time he was using the money to pay off his tuition, and he comes from a real destitute family. So there's another guy. His name is Hal. So he doesn't talk the whole movie until the end, where he gives this emotional speech about how his dad left his mom, and his mom blames her son's bad breath, and how. So this is how you find out that his quirk is halitosis. So he cut out after this whole emotional speech, and like everyone's passed out from his bad breath, and he's just the worst. And lastly, there's My Hero Academia Integration. It's about the first kid with bird head to integrate into the school. So it's Sokayama integrating into the school. Because there's if you haven't read you're gonna, not spoiler alert, but
there's a bird guy.
There's a bird guy in the movie, and I would figure if in America you struggle to integrate people with different skin, if this dude has a fucking bird head, people are gonna like, hey, there's nothing wrong with that kid, but he can't sit next to my kid.
Yeah. How long have quirks been in that universe? Because they've really come a long way. Because there's guys with like 6 arms, and they're like, we love it.
I think initially when the quirks first appeared, people were like, "What the fuck? They should be banned." And then it took a while for quirks to properly integrate into society. So I figure if it's like kind of like the mutants in X-Men, I figure there's got to be some backlash. Or backlash.
Well,
backlash,
that's why we never see America in My Hero
Academia.
Yes. They always hint at like things are not going well everywhere else.
Everywhere else is not great, but Japan figured it out.
They're like, look, you're all Japanese, so it's okay.
Yes, exactly. yeah. Rocklock came to Japan. It's like, I gotta get the fuck out of America.
That's right.
He's like, I can't be black and have superpowers.
I freeze things in time. Cops are freaking out.
Yeah. Cops saying freeze. I'm like, I am freezing, dude. Relax.
Put that gun down. It's like, I can't. It's stuck. It's stuck in there.
It's stuck. It's not even my gun. So those are my ideas. Horikoshi, Studio Bones, hit me up. I got some. I can write for days on My Hero Academia movies. Like I can give you so many of them. Trust me.
Oh man. And so right now we are in end of the first week of the new season.
Yeah, a lot of good shows.
Yeah, there's been some fun stuff.
Real fun stuff.
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, it's been
that might be up for best show of the season.
Well, yeah, we're so Jujutsu Kaisen been shown and Jump for I think like 2 years. I think they're like chapter 120 something right now. So now they're finally adapting it.
I think I'm gonna pick it up. I think at the end
of the season I will.
Yeah.
I think it's like fun when like as it's airing I'll watch it, and then when it's over and I need more
I agree. I think that's the move I'm going to probably pull. Is like I'm going to wait until the end of the first season. Do we know how many episodes it's going to get? Or
I bet you 12 or maybe 24. It could be 24.
I would hope for 24.
Yeah.
After the first two episodes, I'm like, I really want 24 episodes out of you guys.
Yeah, it's really fun. The first episode is like it's pretty, it's a pretty cookie cutter like shonen first episode in the way that it's like, this is a
you get his motivation out. You see the mystery behind who his family is.
Yeah.
I liked how they got into the trouble of the. And spoiler alert. Just to give you a spoiler alert as far as like Jujutsu Kaisen, definitely in my opinion, and I think yours too. You should watch it. I think it's
for sure
such a great show. Just from the first 2 episodes, I'm like, I'm gonna stick this out the whole season, and I hope you don't drop the ball. But you find out who these characters are, and the 2 characters that get into and I'm trying not to spoil it fully, but who release the monster of the week. I loved how they got into it. Like, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Mob Psychos with the spiritual.
Oh yeah,
with the Spirit Club.
The Spirit Club in high school.
And I was like, oh, that's really funny that they took it, but they went in a completely different direction, and that's the catalyst for why our main character gets the powers that he does. And I think it's really funny how they set his character up. You kind of like see his comedic engine. He's really funny.
Yeah.
And it's a guy you just want to root for.
Yeah, because the first episode sets up a lot of stuff. Second episode, I feel like it really like kicks into high gear, like especially the humor. I feel like it really is just like, okay, we're all having fun.
Yes. I love the little spotlight actions that they use sometimes to just like kind of like explain things and get exposition out. I think that's really smart. I love the sensei. I'm still struggling with the names of the characters, but I love the sensei.
Yeah, it's like I don't know his name.
Yeah.
But the guy with like the blindfold.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy's really funny.
I love the character design as well. That like he's just kind of like blind, but it's just like I can see everything in a kind of a weird way.
Right.
And he's just so confident, and I'm like, oh man, I don't know. This is a guess. This is a theory. I have not read the manga, and this is not a spoiler, so I don't know if this is true. But I'm like, man, when you die, I'm gonna be bummed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, when you die, I'm gonna be so sad.
Yeah, when you bite off more than you can chew in some sort of heroic sacrifice that's uncharacteristic, I'm gonna be sad.
I'm gonna be so bummed when you pass away.
Yeah. Oh my God, what I am super excited for in it is I don't know if you watched the opening theme. There is a panda character coming at some point.
Yes.
I don't know if you noticed that.
Yes. If the panda does not show up within the next 3 episodes, I'm gonna be like, when is this panda coming?
I'm losing my mind already. I just noticed it this morning when I was watching episode 2. I was like watching the opening theme, and I was like, is that a panda running across the building?
Yes. And he's doing like backflips. I'm like, whoa, somebody played Tekken.
King has entered the fight.
This dude played Tekken for sure. And I'm like, I am 100% down to see this panda wreck shit.
Yeah.
This panda better fucking bite heads off. I want to see this panda just go crazy.
I'm so excited. Yeah, it's just he's probably like a cursed panda.
Yeah. I guarantee you he's a panda like and this is just a guess, but he eats one of the items. Like you said, he's a cursed panda.
Yeah.
But he's like, I just want to go back to being a normal ass panda.
Yeah.
I hope he's not just one episode. I want this panda to be in it for forever. So this is just a speculating.
Yeah, I bet you he's either one of the teachers, or maybe it was in like the 3rd years. It'd be funny if he's a student. That'd be really funny if he's like if they're like teaching a panda.
I wonder if he's like gonna be like Rock Lee, where he's just kind of like he's not really like a super powered guy, but he's just like, I'm just work really hard to be the best version of myself. I became this panda that can talk. I don't know if he can talk, but that wants to kill demons. Yeah. That's what I want to see or curses. I'm really excited to see where they take it. I mean, 2 episodes in, I'm very impressed.
It's cool. It looks really slick.
Animation's really good too.
Yeah, and I love Studio Mappa's kind of busting out its like Dorohedoro tricks, where it's like it's spooky, so it's like it's kind of gritty a little bit. Yeah.
And the comedic chances they take are really good. Like the moment where he had the shot put competition with his that was really teacher.
funny.
Oh, it made me laugh so hard.
Yeah,
made me laugh so. And like, I mean, I mean, it's hard for it's really hard for me to laugh at most things because we're dead inside because we're comics. But it just did a really good job. It didn't take itself too seriously, which is what I really like. There's a good balance and tone, but when it gets serious, it gets really serious. Like when what's the name of the demon? Shunin?
Oh, Shizun.
It's like. We're fucking up. We should probably do a better job of researching before we record.
The video, all these things.
Yeah, it'll show up. It'll show up. You'll see it. You'll see a photo of him. When he appears and he's talking about where are the children, where are the women.
Oh,
I was like, oh, this guy is fucking evil. I thought it was going to be something like funny, but it was like, it like creeped me out a little bit. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like, did you ever see Parasite?
The movie?
No, the
the anime.
Yeah, the anime.
I have not, but I've seen clips of it.
So there's so like the basic premise of that is he gets his right hand gets taken over by like this alien or something. So just his hand talks, and his hand is his hand is basically
just. I love it. Like I feel like that's the inspiration. This guy just was like talking to us. He's like, we should write a manga. Yes, we should.
We should. Are you an alien? Yes,
yes, I am.
But the alien is immediately like, we gotta kill people. We gotta like survive and stuff. He's like, no, we gotta be human. He's like, all right.
Oh, nice. So it's like elements. You feel like it's like elements of Parasite.
Oh yeah, in like just that one regard. I don't know how much it goes anywhere, but you know,
hold on, this isn't a parasite, it's a curse.
It's a curse.
So
they're not demons, they're curses.
Very different.
Yeah. I feel like all anime these days have to like start off being like, okay, I know this feels like something else, but trust me,
just give me a second.
In like 20 chapters, it'll be its own thing.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. I think great art borrows from other art, and like it comes up with something new and fresh and original.
Yeah, and that's it. And I said cookie cutter earlier, and I don't even mean that as like derogatory. I just mean that as in like, there's some things that can start off super original, and they can be great, or they can be the worst thing you've ever seen.
Yeah,
so sometimes just like getting that structure, it just kind of gets the ball rolling.
Yeah, I think there's nothing wrong. It's a good way to introduce characters in like really likable ways. And I felt like when the way they introduced everyone in this show, I was like, oh, I get what you do, and I can't wait to see how we explore your backstory and your character more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really dug it. I think I'm super excited to see it. See where it goes.
Yeah, it's definitely one I'm watching, one I'm keeping up with.
Yeah. Another one we watched is Burn the Witch.
Burn the Witch, man.
Fucking really good.
Yeah, and you're not a Bleach guy.
I've never seen Bleach.
Yeah.
I know that I've heard that the reason I didn't ever get into Bleach is I heard after the first season it kind of craps the bed.
Yeah, so I'm like Bleach mega fan, basically. I'm like
the lights just flickered. Bleach mega fan.
Yeah, well, it's not. In some communities, it's not a thing. It's not always the most popular position. Obviously it has a notoriously bad ending.
Oh, really? How many seasons does Bleach have?
Oh, well, it's sort of an interesting story because it gets like canceled.
Yeah.
Before its final arc.
I remember hearing that. Yes.
So there's one more big arc after that, which is coming back in 2021.
Nice.
But it's the weirdest story.
Is Bleach the Snyder cut of anime in a lot of ways?
Wait, explain yourself.
So you know how Zack Snyder, and this is maybe getting a little too internet lore-y, but that Zack Snyder was in charge of the DC cinematic universe for a long period of time. After Batman versus Superman, there was some I keep saying blacklash, some backlash into what he did, and people were like, I don't know. And then Warner Brothers took him off Justice League because of a tragedy to his daughter dying.
Yeah.
And but rumors started coming out that like, oh, they completely changed his vision. Like that's not what he wanted to come out. And then finally, they're going to release it next year on HBO Max. So in regards to Bleach, I'm asking, is that what happened where this guy didn't get to complete his vision?
So it's shrouded in mystery. When it first happened, because I don't know if you know anything about how the Bleach manga ended.
No, I had no idea.
So the final arc, it feels like there's probably like, it's wrapping up, but there's probably like 30, 40 chapters left or something. And then suddenly they're like, it's ending in 5 weeks.
Whoa.
And everyone's like, oh, it got canceled. They like the editors have always hated him. He's always struggled with people at Shonen Jump and all this stuff. All these like rumors started flying around. And it's sort of, and of course, everyone's like, there's no way you can wrap it up. And of course, you can't wrap it up. So it ends horribly. And it's really sad. But nowadays, there's never been any confirmation that it was canceled. He's also kind of been on this guy, Super Eye Patch Wolf, the YouTuber.
I've heard of him. Yes,
he's done like he's done a couple of huge videos about how like the fall of Bleach or something.
And we'll put those in the link below.
Yeah,
so that you can see, because I'm learning about Bleach a lot right now too because of Burn the Witch, and it actually makes me want to go watch Bleach.
Yeah,
or from what I've seen, these 3 episodes.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in it, and then so I guess basically nowadays we don't really know why, because now he's come back with Burn the Witch, which has gotten sort of like love from Shonen Jump, and they're throwing it out. The Bleach anime's coming back to do the final season. So now people are being like, so were they... Because now the industry seems to like love them.
Yeah.
Because they're greenlight and everything.
He wants to make.
Yeah, so they're like, maybe he did just want to like end it. That's happened before with like Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so it's like people... It's
Some
not
people
like...
just get burnt out. Like,
yeah,
I know Hunter's writer is just like, I'm dying.
The Yu Yu Hakusho guy.
Yeah. He's like, I'm fucking dying. I don't know how if I can fucking do this anymore. So I get it.
Yeah. So there's all this like thing, this like mystery around it. I'm like a Bleach apologist in the way that I think even past, I think the appeal of Bleach is sort of misunderstood a lot of the time.
What is that? What do you mean?
And that it's a very stylistic show. Like that's kind of like the appeal of it. So a lot of people go like, oh, there's no character development, all the fights end in sort of like Deus Ex Machina kind of stuff. And I kind of go like, yes, but it's also like not really like the
point of
the show. The point, you know what? I compare it to you know the movie Drive.
Yes.
You know how people either love Drive,
yes,
or they hate Drive.
I'm ambivalent to Drive. Actually.
Yeah. Okay.
But I know what you're saying. Because because when I've met people like Drive is the best movie I've ever seen, and I'm like, it's fine. I think it opens up great. I think the ending kind of gets a little wonky, but it's good. And then I've met people. I'm like, Drive is the worst movie.
Exactly.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that either.
So that's kind of thing. When people go like, Drive, you mean that movie where like, Ryan Gosling wears a cool jacket and that's his entire personality? You think that's good? And you're like, yes.
I mean, hey, as somebody whose entire personality is his haircut, and it's taken me pretty far. So do not hate on a scorpion jacket is what I'm saying.
So the Bleach is sort of the same thing where I think people go like that show where the guy just like holds a sword in a certain...
I just want to say one more thing about Drive. Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Gosling went from little Hercules to a fucking scorpion jacket. And it completely changed the way we looked at him.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Mr. Jacket. I'm just saying.
I mean, so and I think so Bleach, I think like Ichigo, like he gets a lot of shit as a character. You're like, well, he just kind of carries his big sword and that's it. It's like, yeah, but like sometimes like by the frame of it, like you can tell how his emotions are by the way. So and you're like, it's like people are like, what? And you're like, but it's like it's just one of those. I think you either get it or you don't, which sounds like condescending or something, but I don't know.
Well, it like leads us to Burn the Witch, which I think I had to watch the beginning twice just to make sure I understood the concept of the show. But once I got it, I was in. Like, I do think dragons are corny. I'm gonna be real with you. Like for a long period of time, like I'm like, yeah, dragons are just whatever. But this show, the way they use the dragons, so smart.
It makes you forget about all those tap out shirts with dragons.
It really does. It really does. It makes me go like, yo, like I would have a dragon. I love that. So like just to break it down, in this world, there are people who are in charge of monitoring dragons to make sure that when they go on rampages that they take care of them and they don't hurt the general public. That's basically it at its core. And there's like these groups of people, and you can gain experience points and money for taking care of dragons. And we meet these two female characters, and they're really good. They're both very distinct. One's in it for the money, one's in it for the fame. But they're also trying at their core want to protect society, which I think is really smart. Is really a good backdrop to the whole excuse to have dragon fights.
Right. Exactly.
It's a great excuse to have dragon fights. And when you meet them, and they're really funny, and they're not annoying. They're not like, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not like just strong for being strong. You know what I mean? You kind of see their limitations in a way where you're like, oh, we're gonna see them build.
Yeah, they're definitely not like the strongest characters in the universe.
Yes.
Right off the bat.
Yes.
Or even are like particularly like special, because there's like another guy comes in later who's like clearly one of the tops, and he's like way stronger than them.
He's way stronger than them, and that guy, his character design is so funny. Even his dragon, he reminds me of these guys I grew up with who would take like Subarus and soup them up. Does that make sense?
He's got a souped up dragon.
He's got a
spoiler on it.
He's always got to yell and announcing everything he does. Like he's the guy who would wear a dragon on his t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
And that's what they put in the show. And it's just like, but he is cool. He is cool.
He is
you're like, God damn it, this guy's cool.
That's a cool furry jacket you got on. That is pretty sick.
Yeah. He is Dragon Killmonger. He really is. He's just like yelling his dragon's name. He's like, he does like a little like roll head nod when he like announces his moves.
Oh yeah, dude, the spray. He puts his like sick mask on, which I think has no functional purpose
because he can still talk. Through the mask. So it's just like, why is it? This is all aesthetic. You're all you're very style over substance.
Rickenbacker. He's got his like. His high top.
He's got a high top fade. Like with blue hair, and he just like. He's just very commanding. Even his boys are like his underlings are wearing hoodies as well.
Oh, the Inks! It's so funny. Yeah, they're like
the Inks.
Dude, how about that? I love that the Burn the Witch. They hit you with about 14,000 vocab words.
Yes,
and
the world building is like, we don't care if you're keeping up or not. No. And it's a really quick pace. But they do slow down at certain points. There is this moment between one character and a dragon she picks up out of the streets, which I loved. And I thought that was a good way. And then when you see what happens to that dragon, it's like I got emotional. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I got emotional. I was like, oh, this little thing is now this thing, and it's very smart how I thought they like introduced that dynamic and what these things can be. And I thought they did a really good job of teasing what a dragon rampage can look like. And then seeing what it can actually do, I was like, "Oh, this is brilliant."
Yeah, when it's just like
Yeah,
just really going off.
Yeah,
I really liked it. I'm excited to see more. I just don't know. It's the release of it is like so weird.
Can we talk about Balgo?
Oh yeah,
Balgo is the guy who kind of causes all the trouble. I love him as a character.
Yeah.
I love how like he is basically they do a good job, I feel like, of basically what would a average man be in this world, and it's Balgo.
Who just like trips and stumbles into this world, basically.
Yes. He's like kind of like their Shaggy of the group.
Then his little dog is
Scooby. Yeah.
Pervert Scooby.
Pervert Scooby. Yeah. They have a little dog that wants to see everyone's panties. It's really endearing.
Well, that is another thing about
I was like I was watching, I was like, "Oh, you're going to be a toy." You are a toy. Yeah. A sushi. I was like, "You are a toy. I want one." I want a keychain.
It just sprouts out the wings. Are your keys?
Yeah. I thought it's a really good setup. It's supposed to be a movie that they cut into 3-episode chunks. I apparently what's the rumor about this show gonna be?
So what's going on? So there's gonna be a season 2 of the manga, which I've never heard of that. I don't. So because I don't know. So the one shot came out like 2 years ago, and then recently leading up to the movie, they did like 5 chapters in Shonen Jump.
Okay.
And then they're like at the end of it, it's coming back for season 2. So in Shonen Jump, I'm like, I don't know what that means.
So wait, it's coming back in the Shonen Jump, season 2 of it.
Yeah.
So we just saw, I guess, season 1.
Yeah, basically, that's kind of where it ends. They kind of mix in, they kind of do like a Frankenstein of the one shot and the chapters, and that was like the movie.
Okay.
Used to be some parts of the one shot is mostly about how they meet Balgo.
It's
kind of like how he gets into it, but they kind of take some parts from that and
like remix it into the episodes.
Yeah, remix it into the episodes.
Got it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I think it was popular.
Would you say it's something you'd recommend?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely would recommend it too.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it.
It's got like elements of like Sailor Moon meets like the whole like I don't know like I don't even know what I would call the dragon elements part. I'm just like this is like super.
Yeah, they're dragons by in name only, kind of. They're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the big dragons look like dragons, but a lot of them are like, they'll be like, they're just like spirits.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And like they add elements of like fairy tales to it as well. And I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. I think
it set up a really interesting world.
Yeah.
Which is connected to the Bleach universe in some way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe they'll do something in the Bleach anime that will like kind of open up roads or something.
I think it makes me want to go watch Bleach. So I think if that's probably good for Shonen Jump, and then So I think if anything, I would be interested to see if this leads a lot of people like me who've never watched Bleach to go back and like, I want to check this out and see what this is, so I can learn more about the lore of the world.
Look, I hope so. I need friends. I need more friends on my team.
Hey, Damian, I don't want to do this podcast anymore.
I can't. Your opinions are not great.
And also, I don't like Drive anymore either.
You made me not like Drive because Bleach was so bad.
Yeah.
You'll at least like the beginning of Bleach. Everyone likes the beginning.
Yeah, I heard the first season is amazing.
Yeah, the first 100 episodes are like undeniably pretty awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll add that to the list. Bleach is a show I'm definitely going to be watching now.
Woo!
So you got me on board. You did it. Now we want to talk about the show that we watched a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, do you want to do our drinks first?
Oh yeah, sorry. So me and Damian,
it's a treat,
decided to do this thing that we might make this a segment. We might not. Let's see. We'll see if we survive this. Yeah. But we're gonna do what we call an anime taste test, because anime has a bunch of things. Like we'll see good food, and we're like, oh, that looks good. I want to taste that. But they also like their products they're going into fucking energy drinks.
Yeah.
We bought some Dragon Ball Z energy drinks. Ordered them off Amazon. It's called the Spirit Bomb. We'll probably put an image in there and also a link to go buy it.
Oh my god! It's got 13 milligrams of niacin.
Oh yeah, niacin's pretty good for you.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
It's just got 40 grams of added sugars.
Oh boy,
don't you worry about it.
So I guess we're gonna just taste it and let's like review it right now.
Yeah.
First of all, I love I just want to talk about the can a little bit.
Yeah, let's definitely talk about the can.
There was no effort into this can.
No, you can feel the label peel, where the seam of the label.
You can just feel and I think it was made in America.
Ooh, that's a good
My question is Funimation behind this?
Boston America Corporation, made in.
So this is by Toei Animation, I guess. They licensed, coordinated by Funimation Production, all rights reserved to Dragon Ball Z, all logos, characters, and distinctive likeness, therefore are trademark of Shueisha Inc. My question is this canon? Is this canon?
Dude, this is how Goku actually makes money.
Yeah.
You're like, Goku's farming really went off. He's not a great farmer.
All the farming products, he turns into an energy drink.
You guys gave energy to me. Now it's my turn to give it to you.
It's just really funny to imagine Goku appearing in front of Shark Tank. It's like, sharks, I have an idea for you. Remember how I saved all of humanity during the Boo saga? They're like, how could we forget?
Yeah, of course. Sure.
We have a month dedicated to you for saving Earth. Yes. Now, I just want you to know that everyone wants to know, how did I do it? What's my secret? Well, it's my diet. It's like, really? Because we think you're an alien.
Yeah. We're pretty sure we can.
Pretty sure you're an alien.
We don't even cut your tail off. We can still see a bump.
Mark, listen to me. It's not because I'm an alien. It's because of my Spirit Bomb drink. Everyone's just like the dude from Fubu's like, I'm out. I'm out. I'm already not comfortable with you talking about being a monkey and stuff. Right. I'm out. Yeah, I mean, I would. I'm not gonna lie. Off the packaging alone, I'm not there. My expectations are very low.
I feel like we could peel this off and it will be a Red Bull underneath. I feel like we could really. I think it might be that.
I think we could try peeling it off after we drink it.
Yeah, let's
give it a shot. All right, so we're gonna open the can. Oh,
get some on mic.
All right,
crack them.
Well, it's blue.
Oh, Jesus.
I did not expect it to be blue.
Oh my god.
I guess it's supposed to be blue like Super Saiyan God.
Like Frieza's blood. What is that?
It's not.
It's not bad.
If I'm being honest, this tastes better than Red Bull.
It does kind of taste better
It
than
does
Red Bull,
taste
right?
better than Red Bull.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a lot more sugar in it. That might be it. Yeah, it's very
it kind of has like a blueberry taste to it.
yeah, it's kind of like a berry thing.
Yeah. I was ready to shit on this.
Yeah.
I really was ready to shit all over this. I was ready to be like, this sounds like this was made by Mr. Satan, or like this tastes like something Yamcha cooked up. But if I'm not gonna lie, this is
yeah.
This is perfect cell. This is pretty.
This is perfect.
This is near perfect cell.
on a scale of
on a scale of
imperfect
cells.
of cells.
This is near perfect cell.
This is near perfect cell.
This is near perfect cell, and it's missing Android 18.
Yeah.
Um,
For me, this is Cell when Gohan punches.
Cell Junior.
this is a Cell. I give this a Cell Junior.
Cell Junior.
No, I give it a big fat Cell after he gets Android 18 punched out of him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I give it.
Okay.
It's like a 2.5.
2.5, not bad.
2.5 out of 3. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Ooh, I'm already buzzing.
You're already
I
buzzing.
feel like I can feel it in my heart.
I did feel like a little bit like a just like my eyes open a little bit more.
Yeah. That could just be like enlightenment, though.
They could be.
We could just be like getting energy from the universe.
Cut to us. We're in the spirit realm. we die. We're in front of that guy who that Ox King, but the other guy.
Oh,
what's
yeah.
his name? That lets you go to heaven or hell.
Big red guy.
The big red guy.
Yeah.
We're gonna show him in the clip.
Yeah.
But I'm like giddy now. Maybe
hands shaking.
if my hair starts to turn gold, let me know.
I can feel it in my heart.
I can feel it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you should drink a whole can of this.
You should take 2 sips and then
see how you feel.
Then take a jog.
This is like an edible. You should probably wait 30 minutes beforehand to finish the whole can. 160 calories though, not bad.
That's not terrible.
That's not terrible amount of calories.
Serving size 12 fluid ounce.
I think I do need to put my glasses on because it does make your vision a little.
That's funny. I'll just read ingredients.
Yeah. It's got vitamin D.
Oh hell yeah.
Calcium.
Get your
iron.
vitamin D and zinc, baby.
Yeah, it's not
so
bad.
this thing, you would say that this protects you from the coronavirus. You would say that legally. You would put that on the
pod
on the podcast.
On the pod, I would say this is. Listen, I saw what it did to Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to say that in the first episode.
Yeah.
Talk to me after the election. No. All jokes aside, this is not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, it tastes pretty good. I think you're right. It's definitely for sipping.
It is definitely for sipping. I'm definitely about to take a photo of it and post it online.
Yeah.
Just hanging back, drinking a cold one.
If you're going on a late night drive.
Yeah. It's like it's like you think you don't have enough power levels to make it to Dome? Try Spirit Bomb. Cool, refreshing Spirit Bomb.
Why don't you take a little energy from your neighbor and
you deserve it.
And yeah.
Why don't you take a little bit of energy when no one wants to raise their hand for you?
Ooh.
Reach out for a Spirit Bomb.
Reach out for a Spirit Bomb. Oh man, and whatever company makes this, which I still cannot figure out.
I think it says Boston America.
Boston
Corp.
America.
Yeah, we make these weird Japanese energy drinks. It's like wait, it's like one of those sake bombs. Nah, man, one of those spirit bombs. You see? I don't know if that was New York or Boston.
I think that was probably neither. I think if I were to take a stab at it.
You want to take a stab at it?
No, I can only say firefighter.
Yeah. They got a really crazy firefight over there.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg.
This is what you take to the Sox game.
Yeah.
While you're watching The Town on your phone and you drink your Spirit Bomb.
Yeah, you drink your Spirit Bomb.
Yeah. All right, and then we can go.
All right, so now that we're juiced up,
we're fucking hyped.
We're hyped on fucking Spirit Bomb that probably will be banned in America in like the next 2 months.
This is just a Four Loko. We strike a four.
This is just a Four
We're
Loko.
just hammered.
We watched Yuri on Ice.
Yuri on Ice. So this is going to be I don't know, or a little more of like a deep dive segment.
Just like a deep dive into like an anime that's not too long. What's something that we just really want to talk about? We'll probably do this like once a month.
Yeah. And you had not seen Yuri on Ice before.
I'd never seen Yuri on Ice, and watched it in a day.
You watched the whole thing in a day?
Watched it in a day.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. It's
oh my God.
so good.
Yeah.
It's also like, I don't know how you can be homophobic after watching this.
It's such a beautiful. I mean, I don't know if you guys know.
It's a great love story.
It's just a beautiful story. A story of a beautiful relationship between a player and his coach.
Great love story.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I don't even think like you don't even have to like look at like their love story as specifically. I think it's a great story about male companionship, male camaraderie, which I don't think you see a lot in anime. That's like not like toxic, like we gotta beat each other.
Well, this is my theory.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you feel. I feel like anime is a little in the closet, a little bit. I think if we're going to the drinks we're holding in our hands right now, like Goku, Vegeta, it's like
they love each other.
You love each other, and but like they play it off, and it's just like, I think about his body all day, but that's because I want to fight it.
I
want to fight his body.
That's a good point. I do think there is I did have this bit that I tried to make work about like how like we have to come to terms with that Dragon Ball Z is gay, and that's fine. But it's like there are these very like homoerotic scenes where like their shirts are off and they're beating each other up and they change their hair all the time. And I'm like, dude, it's fine. I don't give a fuck if you're gay. Yeah. Like you clearly don't care a fuck about your wives. like it's totally fine. Yeah. But I love it. I think it's like Yuri on Ice. Like I was thinking in my head, like with all the drama that's going on with the Supreme Court, if marriage equality comes back, if I'm the person who's arguing the case for marriage equality, my closing remarks, I'm just gonna play Yuri on Ice. Yeah, I'm just gonna like watch this. If you think people shouldn't be able to get married because they're two men, watch this. And if you can still say no, you have no heart at all, because it's such a beautiful story.
Yeah, and if you don't know anything about it, it's about in the world of figure skating, professional figure skating.
Yeah.
Our main character is Yuri, last name.
I don't know.
Last name unknown.
I don't know. He's Ice.
Yuri, I think
Yuri
his last
Ice.
name is on
Yuri
Ice. Yeah. So he's the representative from Japan, and he just finished his last in the world finals. And he's
it's because he has anxiety, by the way, and like he does a lot of like binge eating and like so whenever like things don't go well, he panics. That's basically what happens.
Right. And his hero is the guy he loses to, is the #1 skater in the world, Victor.
Yeah, Russian, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
And
no problem there.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. And that's probably illegal there. So who knows? And so he just finishes up. He's 5-time. Yeah. 5 years in a row. He's the #1 in the world, and he's like, I don't know if I'm going to skate or not again.
He's bored with the sport. He's been #1 for pretty much his entire career. He doesn't see a challenge anymore.
Right.
So he's like trying to figure out what's next. What's his next artistic role in skating?
Exactly. So Yuri comes home off tour back to Japan, a little skinny fat. I get it. COVID. I feel the same way.
I have been there.
I've been there, man.
I've been there post breakup, and I saw a photo of myself, and I'm like, yeah, I need to fuck.
Yeah.
I put on a little pounds there.
Dude, man, in coronavirus, I've been hitting the carbs a little bit. And look, I get it. I'm anorexic in the arms.
Carbs on ice.
Yeah, carbs on ice. And look, I'm skinny in the arms, and I got a little pork cutlet bowl in my belly.
I just started working out again. I'm like, I got corona after this thing hits. I want to have a 6-pack again.
Yeah. So he kind of hanging with his friends and all the people who believe in him. He kind of starts going like, let me skate, and then he decides to skate one of Victor's famous routines. Yeah. And little as you know, these kids in the rink are recording him. They upload it online. Victor sees it, decides, I don't want to be a skater anymore. I'm going to be this beautiful Japanese boys coach. So beautiful. Yeah.
And it sounds so corny, but when you see it, the moment Victor introduces himself to Yuri, I went, "Aw, yeah, it's a skating shonen." Yeah. I literally said that out of my mouth. I was like, "Aw," and I was like, "I'm gonna watch the rest of this." Yeah. And even before their relationship builds, they do it in a very subtle way, to the point when you start to realize they have feelings for one another. You're like, "Oh my god!" And I think what I loved about that is that's kind of how it happens in real life. When you don't realize you have feelings for somebody until like it hits you over the head. and it's like they slowly both like reach that moment.
Yeah.
And it happened in such a way that I was like, God damn, this is gorgeous. This is so beautiful. And it was so funny too.
The show's really funny.
Really funny.
The show's very funny.
In like a very classy way. Because like I'm gonna be real, I'm a very crass joke writer. If you've ever seen me or Damian stand up, I don't hold any punches. I like fucking make the crassest jokes. Their jokes are classy as fuck. Like they could have done so many bad dumb jokes, but they went the perfect way to do it.
Yeah, there is the joke of the guy skates so hard he comes.
But that happens in so many animes. It's like we have to show somebody coming.
This guy is actually coming, and I love it.
But I love that character, by the way.
That guy's so funny.
So funny.
Yeah, and it's. I couldn't. The first time I saw it, I couldn't believe that he's finishing his skate routine. You're like, oh yeah, he's sexy.
Yes.
He's clearly jizzing his leotard right now. But then he's just like, I think I'm gonna come. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? But it's classy. It's spelled COME.
Yeah.
So it's classy.
But it is still like done in a funny way. You're
Yeah.
Oh, like you're the perv of the show.
Yeah.
And I really love the camaraderie they show in the skating world too. I don't know if that's how it really is.
Well, there's so much of the production of the show I love. This is the beautiful thing of anime and like music and stuff. Is it like this kind of show makes me sort of into like the pop openings and endings.
Yeah,
the songs I probably would not normally like.
For sure.
But I'm watching the show like, like pumping my fist.
Yeah.
Like that.
You know whose song I really loved? And you're probably going to think this is weird. JJ Style.
JJ
Style. I love it. I love every time his song played, I was like bouncing along to it. It made me go like, oh, maybe I'll get into like watching ice skating too. Yeah. It's just like interesting. Like also, I always knew ice skating was hard, but like just the way they broke it down, it's like, oh, this is such an intense sport.
Yeah, it's well, I don't know if you know, they actually used after this show came out, like the ice, like professional skating community was like, oh, this show's great.
Oh, really?
People like use some of the music in this show.
Oh,
for
really?
the routines.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. They used the one where the guy comes. No, they didn't. No, I think like the Japanese team used Yuri on Ice.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
My favorite. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? I'm drawing a blank.
Tour characters, music, JJ Style.
JJ was. In a lot of ways, ice skating reminds me a lot of stand up. It's like just you out there. You got to do a routine.
Yeah.
And hopefully it goes well. Like,
yeah, and you can choke. Oh
yeah, I definitely. I mean, we both bombed our asses off in various places.
Yeah,
but I feel like I was really watching that. And I guess that's where I got kind of sucked in. I was like, oh man, it would have been nice to have like a stand up coach.
Yeah,
it's like if like Dave Chappelle was just like, hey, fuck it, I want to be your coach.
Just retired.
It's like, I want to be this guy's coach, and I'm like, oh thanks. But the thing is, in stand up, if you copy somebody's routine, they wouldn't be like, oh, I think I'm like, you fucking thief.
Can you imagine if like if like Seinfeld like mentored you and you just went out there and just did his routine?
Yeah,
and people were like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Or
Or stand up. Seinfeld wrote my jokes for me.
Yeah,
like because there's a moment where Victor shows each person their routine that he wants them to do, and I love that like he tried to like pick something that they're both not good at. Like the other Yuri, who's Yuri's rival, is like.
Right.
His is like, I want you to be like sensitive, but Yuri, I want you to be sexy. And like, just seeing how they both grew into that and like kind of like diverge, it's just a really good sensei moment in anime, I feel like.
Yeah, I really I really liked that sexy dance. It was like a good character development for Yuri because he kind of goes from this meek guy to this like, okay, now he's more comfortable with like his sexuality. Yeah, kind of.
Specifically too, because like he went from like this hating his body at the beginning of the show to now like by the end of the first season, he's confident to the point where he's just like, hey, I don't want you to be my coach anymore. Yeah, I don't know if that's like what they're gonna go with the next season. If I don't know when the next season's coming out.
Yeah, well, I actually didn't even know that. It's confirmed. There's gonna be a movie.
Okay.
That was supposed to come out like next month, but then,
because of COVID.
Yeah, COVID's getting delayed, and then there's gonna be a season 2, I think, sometime.
Can't wait for the movie.
Yeah,
can't wait for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully season 2. I wonder what the movie is going to be about. It's probably going to be like a not a canon something.
I think it's actually about Victor's like beginnings.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got really excited.
Yeah, like long hair, beautiful Victor.
Like, I don't know if you saw camera, but I legitimately got really excited. Wait, we're going to get to find out more about Victor is so fucking cool.
Yeah, Victor's really cool.
Fucking cool. I want his closet so bad. He's so fresh, man. Like, when he was showing up and just like, and he did a good job of like taking some of the pressure off Yuri by like taking photos and stuff and autographs. I was like, man, I really would love like a guy like Victor in my life.
Yeah, just like a guy who's like, look, I'm gonna be your style mentor. Don't worry about it. You're moving up. You're gonna wear my stuff.
I think a lot of men need a Victor in their life.
I need a Victor in my life. Yeah.
Any Victors out there, please.
Yeah.
Contact
absolutely.
us. We would definitely take us under your wing.
Yeah.
Teach us how to skate. You know?
I would love to learn how to skate. Skating's so hard.
Yeah, actually, I've only been ice skating once in my life.
Yeah.
Me and my ex-girlfriend, we went to the beach.
What?
In San Diego. Yeah, San Diego. There's this.
They have a rink?
They have a rink they have on the beach every December.
Ooh.
I forget. It's like in like an island part. You have to get on this crazy bridge to get there, and so it's like in a hotel that it's the same hotel that they shot Some Like It Hot. That's what my ex kept bringing up, and I was just like, I don't give a shit.
Okay. Probably down by the convention center, maybe.
Maybe.
Some inside San Diego.
But it's not downtown. I know that. It's like away from downtown. But it was outside on the beach, and there was like you could skate, and it was like beautiful. Actually, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
You were
like,
good?
I didn't fall at once.
Oh, I didn't fall, but I was just like I was basically walking. I was
yeah.
Like,
well, I started like getting a little like, and then like I tried to do like the slide.
Yeah.
But I didn't fall. My ex did.
Woo.
But skating. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Really fun. I was sore as fuck the next day.
Yeah, it's really hard. Yeah, I also went with my ex, and I felt bad because she's like from like a colder place.
Yeah.
And then we went, and I was like, and it was like my idea. It's like, we'll go skating. She's like, that sounds romantic. And then it's really her just like watching me like hold on to the rail as like 5-year-olds are lapping me. And I'm like, you slow down. You're going too fast, kid.
Stop it.
Stop it. That's dangerous. All right, come to my speed. So I look cool.
Skating was really fun. I thought the world building in it was pretty fun, and like the way they introduced the characters was really fun. One of my favorite characters was Kenji Minoto, was a skater who he choreographed the whole thing, but I love the Kenjiro Minami episode, the guy who was like the cowboy who was like trying to tell Yuri like, I look up to you.
Oh yeah, the kid. Yeah.
I love that guy because like before then Yuri was kind of like not believing his own hype, and then that kid was like, no, you're dope. I like what you're doing, and it kind of like gave Yuri confidence, and then Yuri's confidence spread into that kid's confidence, and I love that kind of shit. Like like there are moments like that in stand up where like where somebody you didn't even know like, I really like your shit, and you're like, oh cool, and then you find out they do stand up and it's like good, and you're like, oh shit, I like your shit too, man. Like keep going, like this is fucking dope.
Well, it's kind of like when you go back to like a local, like a small town.
Yeah,
it's like where you started.
Yeah, we started comedy in Orange County.
Yeah, so it's like when you go back to Orange County, you see like new kids,
and they're like good. I'm like, oh shit, I'm fucking excited. I want to see what happens with you. Like you're fucking hilarious. So like it just kind of like spoke to the performer in me, in a way. And I guess in this time when we're not really performing, which is like cool to see a character like a guy like Yuri go through a very depressive moment and then get lifted up to second place. Oh, I ruined the show.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Well, look, it's the deep dive.
Yeah, it's 2017.
We're diving deep.
The show came out in 2017. It's 3 years later. Okay.
Yeah.
And get with it.
Yeah. How about the rarely seen female nosebleed? How about
Hilarious.
that? Yeah.
That was so funny. There's a moment where Victor like is teaching Yuri his routine, and he looks over and he winks, and it is listen, if anyone watching that part, you're ovulating right away.
Yeah.
Like I've never been like, ooh.
Oh my.
Yeah,
there's parts where it's like they're just so sexy. There's like a part where I think like Yuri he does like a kiss or like a wink or something.
Yeah.
And look, my dick moved. All right, so I don't know. Look, I don't know what's happening, but it's
your dick went JJ style.
Yeah, and I think that's Yuri on Ice. I think that might be it.
Well, Yuri on Ice moved my heart personally.
Yeah, I mean, of
I'm
course.
super excited they're going to make a movie about Victor. I had no idea. I'm going to fucking look that up and like add it to my queue or something.
Yeah. It's very exciting. And yeah, I'm excited. I think
that's it.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I think we
it's our first episode.
First episode, we did about an hour. I hope you guys liked it.
Listen. You can follow me. I'm on Instagram. I don't fuck with Twitter. It's toxic. Swanky Opie.
Yeah, I am maybe on, maybe not on Instagram, depending
Damian,
on.
we gotta get Damian back on Instagram.
Damian Holmes, 2 S's.
Just follow Victor on Instagram.
Follow Victor.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna follow fake Yuri on Ice.
Yeah, you could be like those BTS fans, but for Victor.
Yeah,
fake fictionalized skater.
Right.
Yeah.
But also our the Instagram for the podcast is FillerNonCanon.
Yeah.
And Twitter. And also, if you want to email us, we're fillerNonCanon@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And this was a lot of fun, man.
This was episode 1. Hopefully you'll come back for episode 2.
Yeah.
I feel like usually in anime you'll have like the narrator tell you what's going to happen next episode, but this is a podcast about like weekly episodes that are like that's like current event shit. So we can't do that because we don't know what the future's going to look like. But
probably Jujutsu Kaisen. Probably.
Next time, guys, we'll talk about Jujutsu Kaisen and something else. And another thing.
And another show.
Yes. Next time on Filler Non-Canon. Bye.